This is precisely what we are facing now. Our situation has changed for the worse.
Let's start here. The DA is approaching the Federal Bureau of Investigations to probe allegations of money laundering against President Cyril Ramaphosa. The party's leader, John Steenhuisen, has requested the Bureau to investigate the source of the funds and whether the money was brought into South Africa. Earlier, the party held a briefing regarding the theft of millions of US dollars from the president's Phalaphala farm in Limpopo back in 2020.
I've written to the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, to request that they investigate allegations of possible money laundering by the President. Specifically, we've requested that the FBI considers investigating the source of the funds and whether the money was brought into South Africa legitimately and declared to the appropriate authorities. We've also recommended that the ledgers or journals which recorded the alleged sale of wild game at an auction be requested from the President to determine the identities of those involved in the suspicious cash transactions. A cash transaction within South Africa involving $4 million is deeply suspicious, and more so that since then that the cash was allegedly stashed in furniture, and its theft investigated off the record and subsequently covered up.
It is a story that sounds like the plot of a Hollywood thriller. Imagine this. A group of robbers break into a farm. What do they discover? $4 million in cash hidden in the furniture. But here's the plot twist. This money was actually black money that was stashed there. So what does the owner of the farm do? He recovers some of the loot and instead pays the robbers to keep quiet. And now let me tell you the bigger plot twist. The owner of this farm is South Africa's president, Cyril Ramaphosa. So this is how it all played out. Take a look at the video on your screen. The video was released by the Economic Freedom Fighters. This is an opposition party in South Africa. They alleged that this is the CCTV footage of the robbery. Criminals broke into Ramaphosa's Falafala Wildlife Farm. They discovered large sums of money. The money was hidden in various pieces of furniture. The president is said to have been abroad at the time. After returning, he asked his head of security to probe the robbery. They recovered some of the stolen loot. All of them were then paid nearly $10,000 to stay silent. Things escalated on the 1st of June. Arthur Fraser is the former head of the South African State Security Agency. This is the country's spy agency. So he walked into a police station in Johannesburg, filing a criminal complaint against the president, Cyril Ramaphosa. What was the complaint about? Fraser accused Ramaphosa of kidnapping, bribery, and money laundering. He also accused him of concealing a crime at his farm. Soon after, the president came out with a statement. He said the funds were stolen, but added that this was private money. Ramaphosa insisted that his hands are clean, calling the money proceeds from animal sales in his farm. He also suspended the country's stock.
Fellow South Africans, we gave Ramaphosa a chance to prove himself. He has dismally failed. We will treat him the same way we have treated Zuma. He must leave the office with immediate effect because he has not respected his oath of office. Everywhere and anywhere where we find Ramaphosa or we see Ramaphosa and we have an opportunity to stop him from speaking in the name of South Africa, we will do so. We call upon all the fighters and the ground forces to start treating Ramaphosa as such. We will start on Thursday and it will be wire until he let go of that office. That office must be occupied by a man of integrity, not a hypocrite, not a man with double personalities. In front of cameras, he's something else, and behind cameras, he's buying silence of girls not to speak. We will not allow that. We will not allow the president who lives a double life. Thank you very much.
Questions about the robbery at President Cyril Ramaphosa's Phalaphala farm dominated a press conference he held on Friday. He was in Parliament responding to a debate on the presidency's budget vote, but Ramaphosa refused to answer questions about the robbery.
Mr. President, firstly, I just want to get some facts from you. How much money exactly was stolen on your farm? In what currency was it? Was it hidden in any piece of furniture, and why? And if not, where was it hidden? How did you receive the money? And did you comply with the exchange control measures of the Reserve Bank, which I understand that you have to deposit foreign currency within 30 days after it is received? Then also, why was the matter not reported to the police? Did you give an order for the suspects to be kidnapped and interrogated? And did you bribe them for their silence? And then just lastly, was the money laundered?
We would like to leave this whole matter of the robbery to the due process that must unfold. And I know that there are a number of questions that people have. And I did say in the National Assembly, quite a bit of counsel was passed on to me by a variety of members, some even quoting the Bible and all that. And I did say that whilst the approach and the advice is that allow the due process to unfold.
Former State Security Agency head Arthur Fraser laid a criminal complaint against President Cyril Ramaphosa related to the theft of foreign currency worth millions from his farm.
He has done what he has done, and he has the right, as any citizen has, to report criminality if they believe that there has been. So that is the right of our citizens that we all have.
Asked whether he would step aside, this is what the president had to say.
If I were to be charged, yes, the processes in the governing party have to unfold in the ANC.
What do you make of the president's approach to answering questions on Farmgate? Share your views with us in the comments section. Like and follow this page to stay informed.